Hello everybody and welcome back to This Bed We Made. Now we still have to figure out the mystery behind this place, but we gotta put our cups back to the cart. Oh, I thought I'd have to do it one by one. I guess not. Leave the door open for some suspense. Maybe nobody will come through. I'm not sure if that's a feature, but that would be actually really cool. Make it more difficult if I get caught because somebody saw me snooping around here.
You know the drill, Sophie. Let's sweep and snoop.
Sweep and snoop.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that. As if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Huh. This is interesting. I just... H&M.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
So many different people to uncover the stories for. So there's Michael and you. And the dog. I don't remember a dog in this picture. The wedding ring. If I were her, I'd sell that. You know, you could sell that. I can't throw that away. That'd be not a good idea. Michael's boat. Can't throw that away. Ew, who left their nail clipper on the tub? That is a clean bathroom. That's what you use to burn everything. The White Cat Bar and Restaurant. I don't know if I'm gonna need that as a clue. Well, it logged it anyway, so maybe. That snow is not letting up. I feel like everyone would be stuck inside in their rooms with the storm brewing like that, but 1824 might be a code. What is this? Oh, I have seen that. Okay, I don't know if... No, these need keys. I don't have keys for either of this. Greta might be another clue. Greta's that dog. So are they staying at the hotel with each other, or... like all three of them? Okay, we haven't inspected in here yet, but you made a little fort, so maybe you've been in here for a while. There's a battery in this car? This thing's the Cadillac of toy Cadillacs.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
Dad, I'm sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel's nice too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy. I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? Michael. Ooh. That's rough. Look at the colored pencils. The fastest way on rails through the Midwest. Oh, this is this.
Eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
I hope you are well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We are scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me. M. Miss Bonan. What? Okay. This isn't from the husband, so who would that be for? If I can find a key. I don't think the key is in this room. That'd be too easy. Okay, that had Michael on the book. Michael's withdrawal from school. We have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael, from his school schedule and assist him under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Following this letter, you will receive a list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. A social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones so that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education, Director Donald Byron. Is this a key?
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
It's an interesting looking key. How did I miss this key before? But there's 2 slots. Is it the same? I feel like there's...
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Okay, but where?
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Thank you, Hints, for telling me exactly where I need to go, because I would have been walking around aimlessly for a while. 505 must be the other direction then. This isn't it. This is just the actual 505 key.
The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows. I don't think I'll need this again.
Okay, so it's not that key. There's not even a room, like an extra... Wait, is this the man that's staying next door that you're seeing? Okay. Where could this key be? Is that the dog?
Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before? In a safe?
I don't remember seeing the key in here. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it's not in this safe. Unless there's a secondary safe. Wait a second.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Let's go with blackmail, actually.
Blackmail?
Well, that was your theory, remember? No, it's affair.
Oh.
Fair. How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense, but he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on between them.
Yeah, they might be Oh, wait a second here. Is she the mistress? I haven't even pondered that.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well, it is the 1950s after all. I guess anything's possible.
In the 50s?
Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
Oh.
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never give up on you.
I think he likes her.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
Alright, let's close everything, make it look like I'm not here. Where would I even find plaster? Candles should be in here? Nah, it's a lamp. Okay. I do have the key, but... Wait, maybe there's plaster over by the construction site. I guess you could call it that, right?
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Where did I fit the entire bag of plaster?
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
Oh, well then. Guess we'll just walk on by. I hope I don't get anyone else fired. I'm still not sure if I made the right call on that, morally. They kind of didn't want to work there anymore. They were all miserable. They made their decisions. Who am I to change their actions? Unless I want to protect them. But is that what they want?
Oh, Bernard, I can't believe Eugene would do something like that. He's worked with us for years. He's always been...
Uh-oh.
Is there Is there anything you might have said or done to anger him?
What are you saying? That I deserve this?
No, of course not. All I need to say is that maybe, from his perspective, well, never mind. What are you going to do now?
I'll fire him. What else? I've already had Andrew type his termination letter. Now I've got to find replacements for both Wendy and Eugene. It's just wonderful.
Oh, let me help you with that. I'll write an ad. If we call soon, I'm pretty sure we can get it in tomorrow's Montrealer.
All right. I'll just sit here for a while until my office warms up.
Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
Rebecca. Wait. This should be it. Wait a second here.
So you do have a stash of candles, but where is it?
Rebecca, the kitchen is out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent. Please. Bobby. Rebecca, the VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 of roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself.
It's locked. Off limits.
Well, that's mine. Tips.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Now, to resist the temptation to spend it on a burger at Harry's.
Wonder how much it cost back then to go to Paris. Area Dane's legacy.
Being recognized for doing a good job. That feeling never gets old.
Sophie, I've noticed a real improvement in the quality of your work lately. I've heard a few guests saying how clean their rooms are after you go through with them. Who knows, maybe you'll manage to steal the Employee of the Month reward from Linda. You're really trying to get rid of her, aren't you? I mean, you successfully did it now.
Fine, keep your secrets, locker. Open sesame? It's locked.
But you can't even see in here. I don't think there's anything in this locker. Wait, there was an inspect button. Okay. Dear sister, we need to talk about Kevin. The other day, Patrick received some pamphlets from a friend from the States, and now he is convinced that our child is a sissy? How is that even possible? The boy is only 5 years old. Does it really matter if he likes to play with girls and prefers dolls to toy cars? Still, I cannot help but think, if Patrick is right, if Kevin indeed is like that, what kind of future awaits him? Will he ever be able to get a job, have a family, live a normal life? Every time I look at him now, I feel like crying. I just want my little boy to be happy. Is that too much to ask? Nicole. The hidden enemy. An invisible force is lurking around the shadows, threatening our very way of life. And it's not the communists, it's homosexuals. A menace to the young, a threat to everyone. But how do we spot them? They move unnoticed in society, working in every field. They may even be married and have children. They could live next door to you, attend your church, or even be your son. In these pages, you will learn how to spot them and protect society from these dangerous deviants. Okay, so this is all connected to her concern. Wow, that's
Off limits.
definitely 50s. Carol, here's a chamberman's guide I talked about. Come see me if you have questions concerning the job or the staff. I can tell you who you should hang out with and who you should avoid. Ved. Carol, I hope you are having a great first week here. Valentine's Day is always a very busy time, but do not worry, it should calm you down soon. Yesterday, I saw you watch while we were playing cards at lunch. You are welcome to join us today if you wish.
It's locked.
Wendy. Not much longer.
Yvette's and Susan's favorite activity, talking behind other people's backs.
I can't believe Miss Perfect got the Employee of the Month award again. I'm sure she won't even use the mixer she won. She's too dumb to understand how it works. Poor Jock. He deserves so much better than that stupid. And did you see the look on Sophie's face when Bernard first showed the mixer? You'd swear that weirdo had never seen one in her life. Anyway, join me at 11:15 for smoke break. They ripped out somebody. So now we had to provide soap to the guests. This is getting ridiculous. What's next? A hairdryer in every room? Speaking of hair, have you seen Rebecca's new haircut? I didn't think she could look even uglier. Smoke break at 3:45? S. Wow, these people are horrible. Also, like, a hairdryer in every room and soap. That's a standard.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Ripped nylons? Do not despair. Royal nylon. What? Okay, I gotta go back to the kitchen, I think.
Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Andrew's book club. Let's talk about books and stuff over a nice cup of coffee. Thursdays at 7. Why not? Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs into the hotel. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I heard he's on a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts. Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine, we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead?
What happened?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Please, just tell me.
It's Linda. She wrote them on her own door with my lipstick so I would get the blame.
Oh, it wasn't her.
That doesn't make any sense.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Wendy, wait. I do. I believe you.
It's too late now, Jacques.
Wendy!
Oh no. She's gone. Wait, there's a key here. Is that my key? Doesn't let me pick it up, does it?
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Master key.
Don't worry, gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets.
Dean knew he had a date with death. Okay, so James Dean did just die in this.
This must be Andrew's current read. Or one of them, anyway.
Agatha Christie. Very fitting for this game. Huh. Bobby, you realize it's the person with the lowest score who wins, right? Because he's not good. To all employees, it has come to my attention that several guests have complained about a member of our staff going through their belongings in their absence. This has to stop now. Anyone with information regarding this situation should come to my office as soon as possible. I want the person behind this swiftly identified and reprimanded. Should no one come forward within a week, punitive measures will be taken against all of you. That must have been what Andrew was warning me about. I didn't realize that they just graffitied on these posters. Not bad. More lockers to go through I didn't think of. Why do they all have dishes in here?
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room. It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
Oh, and that's where she does her laundry. Okay. Eugene, half the washing machines are out of order. Because of this, I won't be able to finish our current load in time, and Beth will be forced to offer guests an apology discount. Please fix the machines before Bernard kills me. Rebecca.
People don't usually leave these unlocked. Fine, keep your secrets, locker. Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime. Figures that if you were going to break any rules, it'd be the ones about which books you can or cannot read.
List of prohibited books to read. Les Miserables, an essay concerning human understandings. Madame Bovary, Critique of Pure Reason. Candidate Voltaire, On the Revolutions of Heavenly Spheres. The Second Sex.
What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home?
Hello, my little ravioli. I hope this letter finds you well. I've been thinking about you a lot, praying for you every Sunday and more. You're always on my mind. I hope you still like Montreal. I heard it's getting really cold up there. Don't go out without a jacket and gloves. I know. You always rolled your eyes at me whenever I said that, but frostbites are no joke. I'm hoping that you write back soon. The boys have been asking about you, and even though you think they like to make fun of you, I know they really do miss you. Everyone misses you. Nobody cares about what happened except you, my darling. What happened? Just come home whenever you're done doing what you're doing. I keep telling Father that God has the boldest plans for you, and that it's his problem if he can't see that. I've always seen it, my angel. Marcia at the grocery store says, let's go and let God. Let go and let God. I trust your faith, my son. I really do. Wherever it takes you, so long as you find your way back home. I'll cook you a real ossobuco when you do. That's something you can't find in Montreal. God is by your side. I love you, Ma. A few months ago, that was written. I wonder what's going on with that. What happened for Andrew to have?
It's locked.
Everything's locked and I have like 2 keys. 3 keys actually, currently. Wait, so where's the laundry room? Never mind, it's right here. Not too much going on here. It's actually a bigger room than I thought. Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I've warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course, he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice facade, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do. But it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. Eugene's gone now. Okay, candles are gonna be here.
Oh, is this a movie script?
Change title, not catchy enough. In a northwesterly direction. Screenplay by E.L. Needs more murderers? Add killer tornado. Why cut the scene inside the nose? Best part of the script. See if James Stewart is available. $2.16. Oh, is this all the stuff that they found? I'm doing laundry. There's the candles. All of these, and there's nothing to actually search for except for the candles. I'm not sure if it matters if I leave them open or not, so we'll just play it safe. I already got everyone fired.
Stash uncovered. Reb, you won't mind if I just take one, right? Got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Andrew is around.
I wonder what he's gonna end up doing with them.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax.
So it's not gonna be strong enough, I don't think.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this, shall we? First step, pour the wax, I suppose? Careful though, the pot's probably hot.
This is cool, we actually get to do it. Right
That's it.
there.
Nicely done. Next step, put the key in the wax, right? Better wait a few seconds before removing it. Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold.
I see. Plaster. This is the, okay.
Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
No, wait. I don't know if I should ask this or not.
Have you ever read banned books?
What do you mean?
You know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes a more scientific mind than mine to enjoy it.
I suppose there's a reason why those books are illegal, right?
Well, the church did persecute Galileo for saying the Earth revolved around the sun, and not the other way around. So, even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
Wait, you are a priest?
Man of the cloth? Wait, you're a priest?
Technically, no. I've gone through most of the classes, but I left the seminary before taking holy orders.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, I think you're the first person here that I've told.
I really
Is that what he
can't imagine
left?
you in robes. Actually, I can't imagine you in anything but this uniform.
Yeah, I guess we've never seen each other outside of work, huh?
Not yet.
We should grab a coffee one day? I could tell you all about the exciting things that happened at the seminary.
I would like that.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
Awesome. The corner cafe is
Set this
far
up.
from here. Why don't we meet after work one of these evenings?
One true pair.
That sounds great.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
We don't want that to
Be
happen.
careful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Should I clean this up? Yeah, you don't want any evidence. Best part about being maid is you are an expert cleaner of evidence. Except, I didn't really clean too much evidence that I was supposed to prevent people from getting fired. How was I supposed to know that that wasn't Wendy's handwriting and that she didn't want to actually send that message? Alright, let's go to 507. Good thing the elevator takes me all the way right up, straight away. Or just shuts in my face? Why? It's not even the first time that's happened. Why does it do that? Somebody else can enter? It really? Good song. No, it really made me think that somebody else was going to walk in and then question what I'm doing. 507. Shut the door. Or leave it open for mystery. I'll leave it open. Extra thrill. 1 key.
Sophie, you don't want this key to break.
2 key. Oh, that is cool. Maybe I should save first? Nah, we can do this. Oh, oh no. How am I supposed to...
Oh, shoot.
No! I don't understand. Can I get the key part out?
Damn it. It's stuck. Damn it. It's stuck.
No. I don't think I could even fix that. Oh man, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I can't do that. I can't. We can't go down like that in history. I've already messed up too many times. Autosave. This is why there's saving involved. Come on now. Okay, clean up. Let's do this all over again. Alright. So I gotta be really careful with this.
Careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
I'd rather start with this one. Ooh. Wait. Is there a way to not break it? I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Okay, okay. Whew, that was close. To be very careful with that. Can I pick that up? Okay, good. No more key.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Please do sure love their riddles.
I thought she was going to read it all for me. In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Quite the riddle we got here. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you some hot soup after class. M. Is that it? Wait, oh.
Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Oh man, there's a lot of code here. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. Well, it's gotta be the 2, ladies. Dear Anne, I just heard Doris Day on the radio, and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey, counting every mile of the railroad track. That takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling, and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. Okay, I'm doing the wrong accent then. Darling. See, I can't roll that R if that's what that's for. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I am afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed. Or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the 2 of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. Who is that? Who are they? December 29th, 1947. Dear Anne, I am sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. We cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. That's horrible. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. Well, that really changed up. It's actually really sad. Okay, so I missed some... I missed this one. Okay, The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at Lou's Theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murders so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come see with me? M. On movie tickets, Lowe's Theater, Montreal, Canada, 25 cents. Ah, I'd go for that cheap price. I can barely listen to... yeah, I've already seen that one. Okay, so I only skipped the movie ticket one. Do I need to put them back yet, or... Oh, they're all out. I made that mistake. Oh, I think as long as I put them back before I finish the objective, we are fine. I don't know how to figure out that key code.
Riddle's a Duffy. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
Okay, so we need to call Andrew then.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. Got a minute?
I always have time for you.
I opened the chest in room 507.
Oh, sweet.
It worked.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure, but our little key's sturdier than it looks.
Yeah.
No, it broke the first time.
It's in the
What
chest.
first time?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
That's awesome. I love riddles.
Good.
Which part's causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, her alliterative name. Let's go with that.
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what alliterative means.
Oh, it's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Okay.
Perpetual peril. Does that help you?
I'm not sure where to
A
look.
little bit. It could mean a lot of things, though.
You should look for a name and surname that start with the same letter. And I think the take you back part is a clue as well. It sounds familiar. Maybe it's a quote from a book or lyrics from a song. If
We
that's
did
the
see
case,
that.
You should look for writers or singers' names.
All right. Yeah, that'll narrow my search. You're much better at riddles than I am.
And you're much better at snooping, so we complete each other. Is there anything else?
Yeah, unlike my
Here's another one. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
This really isn't my area of expertise.
Beth, maybe.
Hey, Beth?
Yes!
No bars,
Let's get
right?
Beth in here.
Not all of them. One that has a color in its name, like the orange chair or the blue lagoon or something.
Well, there's the white cat, but I don't think that's your crowd.
Oh, it's not for me, but thanks. Did you get that, Sophie?
Yeah, I did.
That's where they hang out. Okay. It's the women's bar. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
I think I can manage from here.
The white cat.
Again. You're a quick one. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's good. That's actually very helpful.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm just glad I could finally put my riddle solving skills to good use. Call me when you've opened that case.
You know I will. So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
It's not the one. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Track back. No, that just rhymes. Okay. Doris Day. Day. Da. No. Sentimental journey. Doris Day doesn't... Darling. I want to say that's part of it, but I'm not positive. Sister Miller. No, that doesn't rhyme either. We need to transcribe this, don't we? And secret link. Oh, it already did. All I did. Okay. That in between. It's already translated. Thank God. Okay, so 2 5-word letters are the key. Doris, Dorisd. No. No, that's not it at all. I'm struggling here. No, that's not it. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doris. Does Doris go with anything? Doris something. Doris something. I'm lucky that Andrew is, as Beth would say, a total nerd. He explained that for a phrase to be alliterative, the first letter of each word has to be the same. So we need to find the name of a woman whose first and last name starts with the same letter. Doris Day. Okay, so it is Doris. Beth was able to help out with the first hint. Thank goodness she knows about the city's nightlife, because I wouldn't even know where to start. She suggested Anne's favorite bar might be the White Cat. So I need to find something that refers to the opposite, a black cat. A black dog? Something that refers to a black cat. That's tough. Not a black cat. I'm thinking dog still, and this is a dog, isn't it? Because this is Greta. Doris Greta. Wait. Greta Doris. Wait. How many letters is in Greta? G-R... 5. Doris and Greta. Doris and Greta. Wait, which one's first?
I need to find something.
Greta Doris.
Black cat. And a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
I think I figured it out. Wait, but I don't solve it here, do I? From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. What? Greta and Doris. So her favorite bar was the White Cat. And then Doris. It really is. Unless there actually is a cat. Is this what it's for? The first 2 and last 2. G-R... Wait.
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
Cat collar? Wait, I thought that was a dog. I knew it. Okay, so I'm right. It is Greta Doris. Right here. From the first one, take the first 2. G-R... Last 2. Okay. G-R... This has to be it. Doris. I-S. G-R-I-S. Gris. Does this work? I actually figured it out. Legitimate. I swear I did not look that up. Oh, that hurt. That took way too long. I can't believe I figured it out. That's Anne's riddle. Okay.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
What? Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget? You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title. And they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of the moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then, I waited in vain for your answer. and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was as broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I am happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement. Hey.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louise was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. But there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner, and I was John Gonnerfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hoped it was premature. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement. A. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do. Yeah, I've had to translate it for everything.
Like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Me too. Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet. But I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain that she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you'll consider it. Just not talking about the book, just talking about real life. Jason Seaman, hey. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house. I left Louise. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide. So much less to hide. And yet, Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Trace and Seaman. Hey, P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louise to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname. So I've registered under the name Beaumont. This is all adding up.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of my panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym. Okay. So tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I am a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for trickling your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now, as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employees turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all of this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Well, they're a good writer, both of them, so I could assume you wanted him to be a writer. Some regard to that. Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere, even during the war, amidst the death and chaos. He would marvel at the forest of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much, he could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer. But now, there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Paul.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help.
Really?
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
Oh.
I wonder what's in it.
Me too.
Should we open it?
Well, that's illegal, isn't it? But sometimes the mail arrives a little damaged, you know? Oops.
So?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets.
Oh. 3.
What do you think this
One
means?
for Michael, I think.
Say, Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
He was a fan of Marcella. Marcella hired him. We could say
Turns out
both.
He's a big fan of Marcella.
He is? Why?
She writes pulp fiction under his pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kind of hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
Oh, we will.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
What about your story?
Right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
It's not wrong.
Oh.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure.
Ooh.
If we're able to. With all that
Okay.
snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of
Andrew.
the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
I can't believe this all happened in one day so far. All's well that ends well? Question mark. After looking inside Marcella's typewriter case, I think everything's fallen into place. There are a few lingering questions, but I think this is as far as the story goes. For now. Anne and Marcella arranged to be here at the same time so that they could rekindle the relationship they'd started when they were in college. I really feel for them after spending the day learning their story. I hope it has a happy ending. I do too, honestly. Well, I think this is a done deal for today. Thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps with the channel and keep this going. I love your support. I hope to see you in the next episode to see how this story unravels. As always, take care.